Good morning, guys. This is Naeem Aslam live from London, and welcome to our channel. Bit of always, anything which we'll be discussing in this video cannot be perceived as an advice. This is purely for educational purposes. And more importantly, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so, because this will help you to get all the notifications the moment that we go live, so you can digest the information and make appropriate decisions for your trading strategies. Now, in this particular video, we'll be discussing why US non-farm payroll number is so. Number two, what to look for in this US non-farm payroll number, and what assets one can trade on the back of this particular number. Now, the reason that the US non-farm payroll number is so important, because it really gives you all the information about the US employment market. Now, remember, the Federal Reserve, which is the central bank over in the United States, pays very close attention to this number, because they decide on their monetary policy based on this particular data. Now, of course, we have seen a really good recovery since the coronavirus has done a massive damage to the US employment market, but there is still more than 10 million people are unemployed. Now, the concern among investors and traders is that the recovery is not strong enough. But the question for us is, what time is the data going to hit the terminal or going to come out? At 1:30 p.m. UK time, you are going to get this number. What assets are you going to trade? You can trade euro dollar, you can trade sterling dollar, you can trade S&P 500, you can trade Dow Jones, Nasdaq, and in the crypto market, believe it or not, Bitcoin is also likely to have major moves as well on the back of this number. The reason, because Bitcoin also trades against the dollar. So the prices are meaning in dollars. So obviously, if the number is really strong, it means, it can have an influence on the dollar index. And we know throughout this week that the dollar index has been in a very much upward trend, meaning we have seen healthy retracement or a move to the downside. That is what retracement is, if you're wondering what is retracement, for sterling dollar and for the euro dollar currency pair. Now, when this data comes, number one, firstly, the forecast or the expectation is for 197. There are two ways the market can react to this particular number. If the number is really strong, and this is what the market should do and should think, and look, the employment market is improving, so the market should really continue its journey to the upside. Because for the last number of days, 3 or 4 days, we have seen really serious sell-off for the US stock market. So a healthy correction has already taken place. So on the back of this number, if the number is good, we should see good movement to the upside. However, the flip side of that argument is that if the number is weak, the market participant will think that, okay, you know what, the Fed is going to continue to keep the monetary policy at its current pace, so there is nothing to worry about. Investors will push the market to the upside. However, if the number is too good and the market begins to think that, okay, the Fed is going to start increasing the interest rate soon, rather than the equity market such as the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, the Nasdaq moving to the upside, we could see them moving to the downside. So this is really, really important for you guys to keep in mind. Now, something else which is going to move at 1:30 p.m. London time is going to be gold. There is no doubt that gold prices are very oversold on the daily time frame. And yesterday we did this video in discuss that why gold prices are moving to the downside, why there isn't a possible opportunity to get in. And guess what? Prices are very close to that particular price level. So if you haven't seen that video on gold, and where gold prices are likely to move massively to the upside or to the downside at 1:30 p.m., that level is very, very close. So you guys really need to keep an eye on that one. One more thing that we also need to keep an eye on is crypto. Positive news in terms of a Bitcoin have failed to keep the prices to continue their journey to the upside. And the usual stance is when positive news cannot continue to push the asset price to the upside, in this case, Bitcoin price to the upside, that means that prices are likely to move to the downside. And that is the biggest fear in terms of Bitcoin price. Because when I look at the price on the 4-hour time frame, what I see is that the price is in a consistent battle with the 200-day simple moving average. If it breaks to below this 200-day simple moving average, then that means we are going to see more retracement. That is all for now, and I'll see you guys next time. Stay safe and happy Friday to you.